Hello, welcome back to the SML podcast. I'm here with Primetime 000.
How's it going?
Well, I guess the big question across the SML right now,
Is this the big question?
this is the big question. What is going to happen with the SML Colts now that Andrew Luck is out for the foreseeable future?
Well, I just want to say great job by Tennessee getting a win. He came in, he he earned it. So we lost 44-7, as you could probably see in social chat. Titans guys pretty fired up.
Yeah, what was with that? I mean, you really treated each other at social chat.
That's all right. We'll be okay.
What was the final tally on that one?
We lost 7-44.
Holy cow! What happened exactly? Break down the game. Other than the fact that Andrew Luck got hurt,
Yeah.
what happened?
Well, I think I was mentally shut down. I mean, we started off 5 of 6 with 61 yards and a passing touchdown from Andrew Luck. He got hurt on the third down. I laid him up to dry, honestly. He got got smashed. We tried Hackenberg. He went 0 for 4, threw a pick. And RG3 went 1 for 9 and threw 4 picks. We didn't run the ball well at
No,
all. Just a lot of short drives, interceptions, and he ran the ball a decent amount. And, we took the loss, but we're gonna fight for the playoffs for the division. We're still leading the division. We got a game up, and Luck should be back for the playoffs, assuming we can make the playoffs.
So you're just attributing that loss more or less to the mental hiccup after that huge blow that was dealt to you from the injury standpoint. Do you think that this will be a hangover that lasts several games, or will this just be a one-time thing where
I mean, if
you
it's
put it behind you and move on?
I think I can put it behind me. I mean, obviously, he still, he scored 44 points, obviously, so he was still doing stuff on the offense, but so credit goes to him. But I'm not one to blame the game too much. Obviously, it was a lot of it was my fault, and I think he'll probably say the same thing that he could probably sense a change in my play style when Andrew Luck came out of the game, but. I'm not blaming it on necessarily the backup quarterback doing bad as much as I'm blaming it on myself with my play calling and decision making.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I can say about my game. A lot of decision making could have been part of it. That's honestly just a weird game from a passing standpoint. I was 12 of 19 for 90 yards and 1 touchdown. I had no interceptions, but it was a game with a lot of fumbles. Anytime you'd start getting something going, and it was just a very awkward playing game. I had a huge day on the ground. Pope had 5 carries for 111 yards, a touchdown. Trey Mason had 3 carries, 65 yards, and a touchdown. So we really got it done on the ground. On his side, he was 15 to 23, a buck 93, a touchdown, and a pick. He rushed the ball decently well. I mean, it just seemed like Johnson couldn't be tackled on the first attempt. He broke 3-4 tackles every time.
Yeah.
So, obviously had some things to clean up. But we got away with the win, 24 to 14. And, going forward, these next 2 games are really going to define my seasons. I got, Jonesy, the Panthers, and then I believe I play the Dolphins, the Super Bowl champion, after that. So, there's 2 big games, 2 games you can't overhype, but 2 games you can't overlook at the same time. They're guys that are good at the craft. They're going to keep chopping wood.
Yeah, it was interesting, the Dolphins, who went 10-6 last year, obviously won the Super Bowl, so a great player, beat me.
Yeah.
Beat the Steelers, beat the Bills, and beat the Panthers in his Super Bowl run. So obviously that's top players he beat. And interesting though how he went 10-6 last year, so maybe showed some chinks in the armor. And this year he's only got 1 loss and is looking unbeatable now. So is that maybe has he come into a rhythm, or is it something else? Are people look at him differently and playing different, or is it just maybe an easier schedule? I don't know.
I mean, it may be a combination of all those things. I haven't looked at his schedule, the games that he's won at this point. I'd have to analyze that further, but it could be a little bit of an easier schedule at the beginning. It could be a lot of it has to do with momentum. You win the Super Bowl. It's kind of like you when you ripped off 2 or 3 championships in a row, especially at the end of last Madden cycle, where I don't think he lost a game the last 2 seasons. So, I mean, if you take a look at the beginning of his season, they got things done, and you'd hope that they could continue to go that way. I mean, Miami's been doing some impressive things. They've been doing some different things offensively as well as defensively. Their top unit, I guess, when you start looking at the stats.
Right. I mean, and that's something else. Their top Top 10 in points allowed. Obviously, that's the most important stat. Bend but don't break.
Yeah.
So, I mean, looking at his schedule, he's had some tough games. He's won
Yeah, he's definitely, Oakland and all these guys in there.
54-2. I mean, so obviously you can't discredit that he won the Super Bowl, so he's a good player. But I just thought it was interesting, how he went 10-6 last year. And now is really coming into his own with some wins,
Well, it's just kind of the year you have. I went 5-11 one season, and then went 13-3 the next.
Yeah.
And it was 13-3 the year before. So I mean, it's just whatever kind of year you happen to be having this year. I mean, even from your standpoint, there's years where you go 63 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, and there's years where you have 30 touchdowns and 20 interceptions.
Yeah.
So I mean,
yeah, Andrew Luck's year's locked up. 18 touchdowns he threw this year. Not bad, not bad. Where he's hoping to rest up and be ready for the playoffs if we can make the playoffs.
you think you're gonna be able to make the playoffs now? I know you guaranteed
We're gonna
that you were going to the playoffs.
Yeah,
earlier.
we're gonna make the playoffs.
You're gonna go to the playoffs.
No disrespect to anybody. We're a confident bunch, not cocky, but we think we can make the playoffs.
All right. I guess only time will tell. Stay tuned to the SML podcast as we chronicle our own seasons, and eventually we'll do another on the horn segment.
On the horn. It's hard
to get people to go with our schedules to do this. I mean, obviously we're kind of sporadic with these uploads as it is, but we'll go ahead and we'll reach out to some guys for the next podcast, which would like to put up Thursday. So maybe Thursday night or Wednesday night, tomorrow night, maybe we could get something recorded, or possibly skip Thursday and do a Saturday. I don't know. We'll reach out and see if we can get an On the Horn segment. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit it with a thumbs up. Comment below if you'd like to be part of this podcast, or if you have any segments or topics you'd like for us to discuss.
Yep.
Be sure to like, subscribe. Take care. Have a great day.
See you.